Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Faria Bukhari, Dr. Fab. I'm from Pakistan Islam Positive League. We have this civilian platform based in Pakistan through which we are trying to create a pressure group to drive the country's policies in favor of what matters to the Pakistanis and what's relevant to the Pakistanis and to the global community. Our goal is peace, our goal is prosperity, our goal is equality, and a lot more. Today I'm over here right now protesting against the global hegemonic terrorism that is being committed against the people of Gaza and against the people of Kashmir. I will go back in history and talk about how the twin conflicts were started in 1948 by the same people who wrote the Balfour Declaration. And those people have names, those people have addresses, and those people have a cartel, a global cartel that has been spawning its network and its tentacles, infiltrating governments, infiltrating media outlets, infiltrating even the humanitarian platforms to target and to ostracize anybody who tries to defy their oppression. Today, for the first time, the world is realizing that Palestinians are not animals. They're humans. They have the right of self-defense. But then again, while the world realizes for the first time that the Palestinians are humans, they must also realize that the conflict of Palestine was erected in combination with a twin conflict of Kashmir. Do you know why? Let me tell you the answer. The answer is very, very simple. If you look at the global axis of resistance against not just the greater Israel, but also the Akhand, Bharat, Hindutiva agenda, there is just one country, just one nation that has been fighting in a battle to stop the advancement of not just the greater Israel agenda, but also the Akhand Bharat Hindutiva plan. Do you know what's the name of that great nation? Look all around me. This is the nation. Look at these people. Let me show you. These are the people who have been fighting non-stop to stop the formation of Greater Israel in Afghanistan and beyond, in Pakistan and beyond. Who is the leader for IMCDC that has played a pivotal role in the fight against terrorism in all of Middle East? He is a retired Army General of Pakistan. His name is General Rahil Sharif. Israel tried to impose its greater Israel all over the Middle East via its terrorist factions like ISIS. Who is the biggest fighter against ISIS right now? Pakistan Army, Pakistan retired General Rahil Sharif sitting in Saudi Arabia. Who pushed the Zionists to go and leave Afghanistan? Pakistan Army. The Zionists wanted to create a greater Israel in Afghanistan. Who stood against them? and the nation stood with them, united on 14th August 2021 to kick out the Zionists from Afghanistan, who has been sacrificing thousands of lives for the last 77 years for Kashmir, for the Indian Muslims, for bringing democracy to India, to fight against the terrorism of the RSS terrorists, Pakistan Army. One nation, one army, one goal. No country will be allowed to lose its sovereignty to the hegemonic agenda of Greater Israel and Akhand, Bharat, Hindutiva. Just because you're poor, just because you're not a nuclear country, just because you don't have the resources, the weapons, the arms, does not mean that you cannot fight against the Greater Israel agenda and the Akhand, Bharat, Hindutiva agenda. We have proven this to the world that anything is possible if the nation is united. When it comes to fighting against Greater Israel, this country, a country of 250 million people, is united for the protection of people of Gaza. This country, united with its army, has sacrificed thousands of lives fighting against the proxy war of Israel in the region, defeating Israel in Afghanistan, defeating Israel in Balochistan, defeating Israel in Waziristan, and inshallah, this nation, united with its army, will defeat Israel in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem. But before it does that, it has to make sure it gets rid of its biggest enemy, the propagators, the perpetrators of Akhand, Bharat, Hindutiva. And that is the RSS organization. If you look at the history of how Pakistan came into being, you will see that the basis of the creation of this country was the two-nation theory. That it is not easy to coexist with the conspiracies of the Indian Congress, government by the RSS terrorists, whose ultimate agenda was what Modi is trying to achieve in India. And Akhand, Bharat, Hindutiva, a Hindu land from Afghanistan to Indonesia. The only nation that is standing in the way of the Akhand, Bharat, Hindutiva plan is Pakistan. And so is this nation standing against the Greater Israel. So what did the British do after World War II? They gave the Muslims of the subcontinent this country, but they decided to plant the conflict of Kashmir to ensure that Pakistan will be engaged so much in survival against these Hindustva terrorists over the matter of Kashmir, that it will never create a problem for them when it comes to their formation of Great Israel. But they got defeated. They got defeated on 14th August 2021. They got defeated on 27th of February in 2019. They got defeated in 1965. They have been receiving just defeat after defeat And this is being done by one nation with one army. The army is called the Pakistan Army. And it is not just one general. It is one general after another. We had Qamar Bajwa, who led us to victory in Afghanistan, defeating the Greater Israel Plan. And also the Akhand Bharat Hindutiva plan in 2019 and 2021, one after another. We now have General Asim Munir, who has done an amazing job in stopping the Zionists from advancing their agenda in Balochistan and KPK, defeating them every day. At the same time, the struggle of Kashmiris has been acknowledged. We stand by the Kashmiris in all forms, whether it is militarily, whether it is politically, whether it's diplomatic, because when it comes to the slogan of this nation, it is not just that we say that Kashmir is going to be a part of Pakistan. Our slogan is that Kashmir is already a part of Pakistan, period. Kashmir banega nahi Pakistan, Kashmir hai Pakistan. We are not going to give up on the freedom of our Kashmiri brothers. That's our number one goal. We have been able to defeat superpowers like Russia and US and UK and their European allies in Afghanistan, in Waziristan, in Balochistan. We have stopped them from forming the Greater Balochistan or the Pashtunistan or whatever terrorist plans they have for this region. We have been able to force them to leave this region completely. Their military bases have been removed, not just from Afghanistan, but Pakistan as well. Today, we stand in solidarity with our Kashmiri brothers, and you must know that there is no Pakistan without Kashmir. Our freedom depends on the freedom of the Kashmiri people, because you will always be our jugular vein. And those writers of the Balfour Declaration must know, the Rothschild family must know, that whatever you do, you cannot defeat the determination of the people of Pakistan to liberate not just their brothers in Kashmir, but also their brothers in Palestine. We have been told by our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, about this great war. It's called the Ghazwa-e-Hind. Yes, we are fighting the Ghazwa-e-Hind. And our Prophet, peace be upon him, told us 1400 years ago that when you fight in this Ghazwa, you will have victory. And for this reason, we have been having victory after victory against Zionism in Afghanistan, in Waziristan, in KPK, in Balochistan, and against the Akhand Bharat Hindutiva. Despite your ostracization, despite your political and diplomatic terrorism, your economic terrorism, Pakistanis stand united today with the armed forces and are willing to sacrifice everything for freedom of Kashmir, for freedom of Palestine. Go live with this fact.